How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm very excited to be bringing you my beginner's guide to Rogue Company. So if there's anything you want to know that I haven't mentioned in this video, make sure you comment down below. I'll be making sure that I get to every single comment and make whatever type of videos you want to see. So there will be timestamps down in the description so you can fast forward to whatever part you want. This will be covering the very basics of the game for you that are only picking up the game today or tomorrow or in the next week or two, if you're lucky enough to get a key. If you don't have a key, make sure you follow me on Twitter and be a subscriber to this channel, because I will be giving out keys over the next week or so. So if you don't know what Rogue Company is, basically it's a free-to-play third-person tactical shooter made by Hi-Rez. It's going to be available on all platforms from PS4, Xbox, PC and Switch. It's currently in closed beta with a great team behind it. Everyone over at Hi-Rez has done such an amazing job with this game. For such a tactical shooter, just at the right time, third person, it's something new, it's something fresh. It's high pace with still that bit of tactical feel to it. I'm going to be very excited to be making content on this game for the next while to come, and I'm hoping that you are all very excited to be watching the content and playing the game yourself. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and we're going to get into it now. So the first one we're going to talk about is demolition. So each team will have a chance attacking and defending, and they will swap over at half time. This is probably the most common game mode that you're going to be playing. It's more of the competitive feel to it, also very fun and gives you sort of a chance to do both. This is personally my favourite game mode. This is the one that I'll bring the most gameplay to. The second game mode is Extraction, which I will be playing a lot of as well, because I find these two are to be the most competitive and high-paced game mode. So Extraction is basically 4v4. Both teams have the opportunity to plant and defuse the bomb. First 1 to 6 rounds wins. This game mode is pretty fun, very high pace, just the same as Demolition, just with the concept that both teams are able to attack and defend, which really brings a new dynamic to the game. And it's really fun. I think Hi-Rez did a great job by introducing this game mode, and it really throws people off that have never played a game like this. The third game mode is Strikeout. Strikeout is more of a casual game mode. It's more of a game that you play when you're trying to learn the game, the basic mechanics of it and everything else. It's more of like a team deathmatch type of feel to it. It's still fun, there's still objectives, still everything else, but it's less sort of in your face and competitive and everything like that. It's still fun, and you still get the same fun experience without having the pressure of like dying over and over and not having a chance to like learn mechanics or the shooting or anything else. All game modes are fun. The first two are the most competitive, but if you're getting on this game first, maybe try Strikeout, then hop into Extraction, and then Demolition is probably the one you want to play with your friend and get really good at. And if you've made it to this part of the video, if you would not mind liking the video and subscribing, turn notifications on, and stick around for my content. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and it would mean a lot to me if we could. Up next we have our rogues. So there's currently 15 rogues playable in the beta. From attack to defense, support, recon, they have everything covered for any type of game style that you have. Currently we have Anvil, Chalk, Dallas, Dima, Glitch, Ronin, Saint, Scorch, Talon, Trench and Vid. And these are your 15 characters that are playable in the closed beta, each of them having their own set of roles which they do. Whether if you're on the attacking side, you have your offensive, on your defense side, you have your control, you have your recon, and you have your support. Playing your role is very important in this game, because without structure in this, you sort of just run around like a headless chicken. So knowing what your role in the game is and knowing what your rogue agent is capable of can really help you and your team to get that win and really communicate better. In playing each role, you know, it's sort of depending on what character you pick is sort of based on your skills. We have them people that have insane aim. We have people that have great game sense or the great communication skills. Really depends on what character you want to play. Like I'll be having a full in-depth on each rogue coming out soon, and it's going to be called the Rogue Rundown. So make sure you stay tuned for that. There'll be playlist linked in the description below when that has released. As well, you got to know what agent you can play and what agents you're coming up against. So knowing your matchups is very important. Knowing the counters for certain ones and everything like that. Unfortunately, you do go into each round picking blind, but knowing what teammate, if you play in a 4-man, you will know what your teammates are capable of for recon, support, offense, everything like that. So it's good to always have a good bunch of each person. So you know you have one recon, you have one support, you have one control, you have one offense. Really keeps the team fresh and also gives you the best chance of winning. So now that you're getting into the game, we're going to speak about the economy. So the economy is what fuels you to buy weapons at the start of each round. So start the game, you will start off with 5k to spend. On this round, some people go for a double upgrade on their pistol, some people go for a melee weapon. Me personally, I like to save on the first round, which ensures whether we win or lose the first round, I'll be able to buy a primary on the second round. Also, what affects the amount of points earned from each round is done on your performance Example, you get a round win streak, kills, assists and downs, eliminations, everything else all count towards a point you get, and depending on the game mode gives you more or less of each. What's really fresh out this game as well is when you die you do not lose whatever you've bought. Example, if you buy perks, you keep them, grenades, prime weapons, secondary weapons, melee weapons, you keep everything. Anything you buy in the economy you keep into the next round, whether you use it, die with it or survive, it does not matter. You also have a lot of playstyle you can work with the economy, there being a choice of 2 primary weapons you can pick between, 2 gadgets and 8 perks you can pick between. In game modes like Extraction, you pick your character and you're stuck with it for the game, which is fine because the game is attack and defense. You just pick whatever character is well rounded. For games like Demolition, when you're on offense versus defense, you pick your characters based on that. And when it swaps around, even if you pick the same character for attack and defense, once you swap sides, your economy will reset to 5k and you'll be back on round 1 of your economy, which is no big deal. It also gives you a chance if you know exactly what you like to do on offense versus defense with a certain character. And it really just keeps the game fresh, so if one team takes an early lead, there's still a chance that your team can catch up when it on the flip side. Speaking of flip side, we're going to get into the movement mechanics now. So combat rolling is something that's very important in this game and it's going to be utilized a lot by all top players. So combat rolling is just rolling into spaces, rolling during gunfights. It's a quick way of moving, dashing in and out of spaces and keeping low and compact. With certain characters like Lancer, her passive is actually supposed to help you because you roll and reload at the same time, which is an instant reload. But the rest of the characters, it's more used for movement, momentum, and getting into angles that hopefully the enemies will not see you at. It throws off the enemies as well if you're rolling all around the place and they have to try keep their aim locked onto you. It really throws something else into it. It's a really dynamic. It keeps it fun because you can aim while you're rolling, so it really means when you get up, you're there to shoot them. And it really means they can miss shots. It just keeps the game fun and really means there's going to be a skill gap there if you really want to master the game and get good at it. The next one is a big one too, so it is swapping your perspective over each shoulder, because obviously this is a third person shooter, so you can look on both sides of your shoulder, which is so good for peeking around corner and really getting a feel for what's happening around corners without putting yourself in the way of harm. Also, with doing this, there will be a red X on the screen if you are being blocked by a wall or something that you cannot shoot through. So you always sort of know if you're in or out of the cover. And it sort of helps you to get the feel if you know something's around the corner where you're peeking a bomb, if they're defused. And if you planted and you're just trying to hold an angle, see if they defuse or come onto site, it's very good. And this is something you have to get really good with, because this will actually lead into my next one, which is peeking. Peeking around corners is very important in this game. You always got to have your sort of eye on the target. And with a third person game like this, just as much as you can see them, they have a chance of seeing you. And being able to peek around corners is going to be something huge in this game. If you do not know your angles approaching bomb sites, holding bomb sites, those who are better will be able to roll out of cover, use their advantage, maybe switch shoulders and shoot you from a left side or a right side. So you got to always be careful of that and always got to have your angles covered. And this game is like so fast paced. Hopefully you have some gameplay and everything in the background, but you need to be aware of everything like this. Like, this game is tactical and fun all in one. The next thing is aiming. So aiming as far as bloom and recoil management. So there is a bit of bloom in this. You do aim, but if you spray your gun, there's a bit of bloom. But with recoil, I always find that if you aim down a little bit, so with me, I play on mouse. If I pull my mouse downwards, you can sort of maintain the aim. Recoil does not go all over the place, and it makes for clean and fun gunfights. So that wraps up the guide pretty much there. This was just a beginner's guide. For a full in-depth video for everything I've been talking about will be coming out in the next few days to weeks. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel with notifications on. Like this video, comment down below what you would like to see. Like, I'm always, I have my ears out listening, reading your comments, what you want to see. But yeah, this was my beginner's guide, full in-depth ultimate guide, everything you want to know will be coming out soon, as well as my rogue rundown, which is in-depth character analysis, telling you what character is best for offense, defense, extraction, just everything with each character, bringing you the best economy, what rollout you should use, from perks to primary weapon, upgrading your secondary, melee weapons and gadgets. So if that interests you, make sure you smash that subscribe button, like this video, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys later.